For Maya Flores, this is more than a basketball game. It's a chance to reunite with her mom and dad after they lost nearly everything. Last October, California's most destructive fire ripped through the North Bay area, claiming 43 lives. The Tubbs fire destroyed more than 2,500 homes in the city of Santa Rosa.
I was on FaceTime with one of my friends, and she asked me, "Do you smell smoke?" So I opened my window, and I just got a whiff of just not like your typical like barbecue fire, but just like fire. It was like 11 o'clock. My dad was on his way home from Tahoe, and my sister was asleep.
I could see the ashes flying. I was at the gas station, down the hill from our house, and I seen some people starting to leave.
And then I went upstairs to my bathroom, and I could see smoke and orange. So that's when, your heart sinks to your feet.
And when I looked over the hill, I could see probably like 2 miles of just flame coming up, and the wind was probably blowing 50, 60 miles an hour right at us. So at that point, I knew there was nothing that was gonna stop what was coming.
That night, the Flores' sheltered at Mark's mom's house.
I just remember we came here, the girls were on the couch. My mom was trying to be optimistic. "Oh, it's gonna be okay." And I said, "Mom, you didn't see what I saw." I just really prepared the girls to let them know that, hey, we're probably not gonna have our home.
Turns out he was right. Their home burned to the ground. They visited the remains 2 weeks after the fire. They were devastated.
It was almost like it just kind of collapsed. And so I could see where my refrigerator was, and my oven, and my sink, and our TV.
Most of these houses weren't even, they had to cut hoses.
It was especially heartbreaking because this was the home they built in 2010. Not only did the Tubbs fire crush their home, but it tore their family apart. Stephanie and her youngest daughter, Macy, now live in Sebastopol at her dad's house, Mark at his mom's, and Maya with her grandparents near her school in Santa Rosa. She visits her mom once a week.
I definitely miss my mom's meals and her cooking for me and doing my laundry every day. All my friends were so supportive, and they were there for me. They donated me clothes, they gave me money to go buy socks and the basics. And I never realized how much I needed socks and underwear until I didn't have any.
My biggest thing for them was to not accept everything coming to them, but be able to reach back out and help everybody else. Because it wasn't just us, it was rough. It's just been rough. Yeah, rough 6 months.
Believe it or not, the Floreses are among the lucky ones. They plan to rebuild their home here in Fountain Grove. But rebuilding here is going to be tough. Just look at how bad the damage is even 6 months after the fire. To make matters worse, permits and water issues are holding up the process. As a result of the fire, 350 Fountain Grove homeowners could face water contamination when they return. Replacing the water system could take years. Out of nearly 3,000 homes destroyed, only 5% have permits to rebuild so far. That's because many homeowners are still trying to negotiate with insurance companies. A survey by a consumer group in San Francisco shows nearly 70% of homeowners say their insurance won't cover a rebuild. And a shortage of contractors has hiked up rebuilding prices.
We build our home, I'd say maybe $150 a square foot. Right now, we're talking to people if we can get it in the 300 to 400 square foot, we're probably gonna be fortunate. I've had people give us bids of $655 a square foot, which would be 3 times more than the house is worth. Are we done in a year? Probably very unlikely. Are we done in 2 years? Hopefully. Could it be stretched out to 3 years? Maybe. By then, Maya's 21. She's moved on with her life.
Stephanie remains optimistic about rebuilding their home.
We have good insurance, we're finding, so those are blessings that I just have to wrap my arms around and be grateful for.
Besides Maya's basketball games, the family makes time to bond where their home once stood. They meet here a few times a month.
We are okay physically, and we have more than most.
Besides being humbling, it's life, you know, and it's not always fair. You know, they've been pretty blessed, and you know what, this is reality. You know, this is what happens.
The house can be rebuilt. It won't be the same house, but it's our home.